Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of November 11th through the 17th, 2024. So let's dive straight into it. Your oracle card that came out is Come to the Edge, and it is coming out in reverse. So this is a message of protection, and since it's coming out in reverse, there's something here that you may want to consider. So let's read this from the book and understand it for you. Come to the Edge in reverse. Very interesting card. And here's what it says. Here's your protection message. Fear is leading the way into places you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. I want to pause and say, Taurus, I kind of am picking up on the energy a little bit of like some, I don't know, maybe jealousies or insecurities that may be bubbling up from deep within you. In particular, if any of you are in any form of connection or relationship at this time, there could be some old wounds or abandonment issues or something like just bubbling up. And what this card is saying is like, it will be fine. You know, you don't need to let your fears control you here. And a relationship or just something going on in your life, it doesn't even have to be a relationship, maybe like dancing on the edge of what makes you secure versus what makes you insecure. And this is actually a great opportunity for building intimacy and strength. So that's what I'm seeing from that. Now is a time for courage. You will not be lost at sea. You will not watch everyone else get what they want while you are left alone and unloved. Oh, the drama of it all, Taurus. False evidence appearing real. So take the first letters of those words. False evidence appearing real. That is fear. Is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. Ask yourself, who in me is afraid? Love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? The answer most likely is no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned. In spite of your fear, even when you're not feeling confident, spirit will always catch you, Taurus. You are loved. Okay, so who is it? What version of you in your past, in your history, is the version of you that is coming up with these fears? Okay, think of you at every age, at every stage in your life. All of those different versions of you exist simultaneously within. Okay, one of those versions of you may be the root cause of this fear right now. Maybe like when you were 12 years old, for example, maybe someone very important in your life either passed away or walked out of your life entirely, and there could be some residual feelings of fear of abandonment. You know, everyone I love walks away or dies or no longer is in my life. That may be coming from that 12-year-old version of you. And so when your newer partner, let's just say they are going on a trip or going and doing something very interesting without you, that 12-year-old version within you may be having these fears come up, these insecurities come up of like, oh my gosh, like, you know, what if they're going to leave? What if so-and-so? And just overthinking. But none of those things are rooted in actual actions that person may be doing, you know? Because it's one thing if somebody's actually treating you wrong and the voice in your head's like, hey, this is wrong. That's one thing. It's another thing when there's literally no evidence of someone being untrustworthy or unloving or not committed or anything like that, and you have these fears from your past bubbling up. So I don't know. We're seeing you dealing with things like that, and this is a great opportunity, honestly. If this is in a relationship, this is a great opportunity to become more intimate with this person and let them know what your fears are and where they stem from, which version of you they stem from. I think it's just a very beautiful way to get closer to the people around us when we can be vulnerable and authentic with them. And they can treat that vulnerability and that authenticity with a lot of grace and handle that part of you in a very delicate and loving way. And when you give that person the opportunity to reassure you, it feels good for both people involved, and you don't have to sit in your fears any longer. They feel, if they're a nice person, they feel very special, you know, to have the opportunity to reassure you. So yeah, it's a normal, natural part of opening your heart up to love and beautiful feelings coming in. We all, when we're doing that, may deal with our own insecurities and fears. And it's best that we don't just ignore them, but that we address them, talk about them, understand where they're coming from, and really befriend our fears. So, first card out for you, you have the Hierophant in reverse. So, the life decisions that you're making at this time are definitely not typical. Okay, you are listening to your own heart, soul, and gut with the decisions that you're making right now. And, I feel like there could be older institutions of thinking or society itself that may not quite understand where you're coming from this week, may not understand why you're moving in the way that you're moving, with the decisions that you're making, at the speed at which you're moving. But you don't care. You could care less. It's my life. This is what I feel like is best. I'm the only person who has walked in my shoes, and I think you're really trusting in yourself when it comes to this thing called life, which is beautiful. We have the Seven of Wands upright right next to that, which is very interesting because, the Hierophant reverse isn't always interpreted how I just interpreted it. That was just what I intuitively felt like saying. So having the Seven of Wands come up right next to that is very telling, because the Seven of Wands is a card of feeling like you have to defend yourself and your position and your choices. But the thing is, like, you're at a very high vibrational existence in life, whether you realize that or not. Like, you're actually living a pretty good life. It's the peanut gallery below you that has a lot to say, a lot of opinions, a lot of questions, like, oh, are you doing the right thing, et cetera, et cetera. But you're doing the right thing. You know that you are, you feel confident in your decisions in life. So that's very interesting. Interesting how this is all coming together, all coming out. Living authentically as you. We have the Page, or Queen, actually. Is this the Page? No, this is the Page. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I feel like you are wanting more answers, stability. Like, there's something here that you're ready to commit to. You're ready to put your money on this. You're ready to put it on paper, sign the contract, make it official, okay? But there could be a lot of moving parts, a lot of up in the air energies right now that may be preventing that sort of grounded action from taking place, wherever this applies in your life. Okay, you're just ready to hold this, have this become something tangible. I don't know what this is, specifically, because I don't know you, but you're ready for it. Second row of cards out, we have the King of Pentacles upright. Stunning. And this is your energy, your masculine energy. Organized, authentic, trusting of yourself, capable, having the material resources and the intuition to do what you want to do. King of Pentacles is getting very grounded, having a plan, coming up with a plan, a stable plan, a good plan, a committed plan. And we see these lovely cows or bulls or whatever in the background here, representing earth magic, prosperity, nourishment. Yes, you're creating a very beautiful dynamic in your life. You're making choices that are uniquely yours, a life that is uniquely yours. And there's a lot of prosperity here this week for you, that it will continue to develop, all thanks to you listening to your intuition and not just going along with what everyone else is doing. Right next to that, we have the Star upright. Exactly. There is so much beauty. You're very loved, very admired, Taurus. Right now, there's a sparkling element about you. Someone in particular, or even just a lot of people in particular, really think you are so attractive in all that you do. And the way that you show up in life itself is very beautiful. The Star is also a card of wish fulfillment, something that you dreamed of or someone that you dreamed of. Maybe entering into your reality and really showing up in your day-to-day life. This is wish fulfillment. This is getting what you want and believing that you can have it, trusting that you can have it. I know that this will work out. I don't need the concrete evidence because I know that it will work out. And it does. That strong belief that it will happen creates it, makes it happen. And that's exactly what this Come to the Edge in reverse card says. Your fears, however unfounded they may be, can actually manifest if you focus on them for too long. You know, if you're so focused, for example, self-sabotage, people who believe that their partner is going to leave them 24/7 when their partner is a very trustworthy person, you know, eventually that partner is going to get sick of that energy and actually leave them. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But the opposite is true as well. If you believe something will happen so hardcore, and not even in a delusional way, but like in a, I will make this happen no matter what type of way, it'll happen. Especially if it's related to your goals, dreams for your own personal life, you know, like your career or what you want your life to look like on a day-to-day basis. If you believe so profoundly, like this is just what's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's it. No plan B necessary. I know this will be successful. It just becomes successful so quickly. We have the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse as your final card out this week. Extremely quick moving energy, guys. If I had to advise you against one thing, or just let you know about one thing that's going on in your life right now that may not be necessarily positive, maybe not even negative, but not positive for sure. The energies are moving really, 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 really quickly. There's a lot going on all at once. Okay. So if you can, try to slow down in some areas. If you can, you know, because when the Knight of Swords comes out in reverse, it's just advising you not to make decisions so quickly that you don't really think them through, or there's a lot that you may have overlooked. You know, it's okay to move quickly in life. Just make sure you're sitting with certain decisions and information for long enough that you feel fully confident in what you're getting yourself into. You know, it's okay to move quickly. It's okay to be very speedy in life. You just want to make sure that you're reading the fine print and giving yourself time to reflect on it, you know? Like if I presented you with a really massive offer tomorrow, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a crime if you accept it the day following. You know, and I'm also not going to sit here and say, you know, slow and steady wins the race, you know, and sit on this decision for a whole year. No, like do what feels right for you. But just make sure that you are understanding everything, all of the moving parts, everything that's going into a decision, and give yourself at least a night to meditate on a decision, reflect on it. Instead of just having an opportunity presented to you, you sign it right away, and then you proceed forward quickly, just off of a whim, you know. The vibes are vibing, don't get me wrong, but stay grounded, stay present, stay aware, okay? Thank you so much for joining me, Taurus. I love this. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.